As I awoke this morning, a bright new day was born. A robin perched upon my sill to signal the coming dawn. Its song was sweet and cheery, and sweetly did it sing. The thought of joy and happiness within my heart did ring. I sat and listened closely, and I waited a moment lull. Then I gently closed the window and crushed his fucking skull.
Welcome, everybody, to episode 40 of Revival Radio. Rich Steve.
Brain Cell. This is my grandfather, Joseph Ward.
Welcome to the show.
Senior.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
The Lab Blizzard is in the area.
Yeah, man.
We figured episode 40, we wanted to bring out the big guns. We wanted to do something special tonight, and there is nobody better than this guy right here if you want something special.
Real talk.
I'm special.
So what is going on, everybody? How's everyone feeling tonight?
Feeling good, man.
Well, I ain't felt anything yet, but I'm looking forward to it. It's early yet.
I think what I want to start with is the story that you actually just told us about the diner, because the people need to know what it means, the first rule. What is the first rule?
The first rule, always and forever, will be, you gotta let them know when you're in the area.
Let them know when you're in the area. What happened
You
tonight?
have to
Write this down.
I let this one know as an example.
Example.
Sitting in the Fallcroft Diner, which is my favorite place to eat, by the way, now these days. Yes, I love it. Love it.
Okay.
Give you too much food to eat. So everybody walks out with these little white foam boxes. Well, guess what? I got 2 meals in one. When I walk out with my foam box, I have that for dinner. See, I already had lunch there. Now I have the same thing for dinner, which I don't mind. A little repeat.
Real talk.
Hot turkey with gravy, mashed potatoes and gravy. Oh my God. Where was we?
So you're in the restaurant, and what do you see catching your eye over in the distance?
Yes. Well, the only strike I hold against her is her name. Because I have one of those at the house as we speak.
And what's her name? Trish?
Trish, yeah.
What did you do when you saw Trish? Who was she with?
She was with 2 girlfriends and this bald-headed guy sitting across from her, the one I liked out of the 3, you know.
So we see Trish, and what do? How do you let them know that you're in the area?
You know, you be obvious as you can, you know, which I was obvious. I was like, oh, God. Oh, I would love to have you for dinner. Oh, they don't call me the Lap Lizard for nothing.
So you went up and you took her onion rings?
She wanted an onion ring. She started the conversation.
She wanted your onion.
She wanted your onion
wanted
rings.
my onion ring. Guess what? I couldn't get over to her mouth. I said, "Eat, open, baby, open it up. I'll feed you."
Did it work? Did you get the number?
We called each other's cell phone to substantiate, yes, the transaction.
So
was
he not
complete.
only left with the foam box, he left with the number of Trish.
That
All
is
because
why.
of the number 1 rule. Let them know you're in the
area.
fucking area.
You gotta let them know.
You've been telling us that since forever, man. Always know. Let them know you're in the area. Brain Cell, I think it's time, though, for the Nectar of the Gods.
Nectar of the Gods.
What are you drinking on,
We're
man?
drinking on the Conshohocken Brewery MC5.
Sláinte.
Double IPA.
Woo.
I got this at the Town Tap last night in Havertown.
All Greek to me.
It's MC5. It stands for the kind of hops that they made the beer out of. M, mosaic hops. C, citrus hops. Number 5. What do you guys think about this one?
Triple fucking flames, bro.
What would you rate this out of 1 to 10? Take a sip. Let me
It
know.
all sounds very complicated to me.
What does it taste like? You like it?
Delicious or not?
Oh,
Don't like it.
Oh, I'm drinking it? I had no idea. Yes.
Drink it.
It's good. It's good, ladies and gentlemen, by the way.
Triple flames over here.
So that brings us, man. I gotta say, we just released just this week the album cover for Murder by Numbers. So I think that brings us into our pro of the week. Week.
Whoa. Okay, so pro of the week this week, we got our man Jeff.
Yes.
At Chosen Quality Designs. Mm-hmm. He's the one who made our album cover.
Have you seen our album cover? I'm going to show him the album cover.
It's going to be out next week, 2 weeks from now, 2/23,
That's
February
our album
23rd.
Cover.
Oh.
He made that, man. I gave him a few ideas, and he came back with the quality, chosen quality design, man.
If people want to find him, where can they find him at on Facebook?
They can find him on Facebook. I'll put the link in the description for you, because I don't know how to pronounce his last name. So.
Word. Definitely.
But other than that, it's Chosen Quality Design on Facebook,
Yeah.
And all you fine looking ladies out there, you can find me at the Fallcroft Diner.
So, other cool shit going on this week, man.
I got a show tomorrow night.
Yes,
bro.
you do.
Solo John.
So by the time they see this, it will have been done.
Yeah.
The show will have passed, and you will have killed it.
Facts.
But we got that coming up. And then, what did we happen to drop this week?
We dropped the Murder by Numbers song, the title track, music video.
Yo.
That is straight triple flames.
Yo.
If I do say so myself.
Straight up, man. We stepped our game up on this
man.
one. Because we've been using iMovie and stuff like that. We got the Adobe video software now. My man Braincell put in the work, bro. Put
Real
it
talk,
in.
man. I put in like 48 plus hours on this video.
And it's awesome. It is definitely awesome. Like, it is by far my favorite video that we've ever done. So go and check that out. Like it, share it, let us know. Because we got 2 weeks left until this album comes out.
Yeah,
this is your first real taste of it. Unless you've been coming to the shows. You haven't heard it. So now you are getting to see what we've been working on for well over a year now.
Yeah, dude. Like, this is a masterpiece, if I dare say.
I love it, man.
We were talking about that the other day. We're like, yo,
definitely.
This is a masterpiece right here.
So what do you guys think we should talk about tonight? What do you got on tap, Brain? So what do you think?
I got some shit on the scripted sports since the Eagles just won the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. I think it's all fake, and they choose who wins in order to sell more jerseys and shit like that. Another thing that happened yesterday on my birthday, or the day before my birthday, February 6th, was the SpaceX Falcon Heavy rocket launch, which was a total spectacle, to say the least.
Absolutely ridiculous.
We're going to get into that a little bit later, so I hope you guys stay tuned for that shit, you know what I mean?
Definitely interspersed with a little bit of knowledge from the lap lizard.
As always, you got to take the wisdom from your elders, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
I think we should tell that one story too when we get back, when we all went four-wheeling and biking together.
Definitely.
That'll
be when we come back.
We're going to talk about maybe some stock market shit.
I mean, yeah, we can talk about it real quick. Just kind of throw the numbers out there because they're interesting.
Yeah, man.
We're going to head into a break right now. We're going to be talking about fixed sports, so why don't we listen to Roman Circus off of Renaissance, man, and kind of put the little seeds in there for what we're about to talk about.
Sounds good to me. Revival Radio, episode 40.
But if there have been slaves for over 2,000 years, hasn't there always been discontent runaways?
They want blood, bread, and a circus. Drugs, sex, death, another sacrificial service. So here's your blood, here's your bread, and here's your circus. Just don't ever figure out that you're all controlled behind the curtains. You'll never figure out your purpose. You'll never figure out your destiny. Or that material things are worthless. In the end, when you're dead and finally free from the grasp, they've stolen our minds. The truth is something you'll never see, cause you're blind. Read the signs, find your fire, reignite it. They keep us dumbed down, and I see no one left to fight it. With your Sunday games, Monday games, NFL, MLB, all week just the same. Got games on your phone and you can't get around it. Offer ads by the thousand. They're selling us poison and we ask them for some more. Got Stockholm Syndrome all across the board. No more will we stand aside watching people die. This is war for your mind, so get yourself off the sideline. They want blood, bread, and a circus. Drugs, sex, death, another sacrificial service. So here's your blood, here's your bread, and here's your circus. Just don't ever figure out that you're all controlled behind the curtains.
I need drugs will make me sane. Drugs will fix imbalances. Drugs will fix my brain. If I take too many drugs, there's drugs that bring me back, and there's drugs for the withdrawal, the drugs that I lack. Think my psychobabble sentiments are terribly misplaced. Don't even hide the information, all they throw it in my face. Aliens aren't real, NASA photo CGI. Monsanto holds a patent to our poison food supply. CNN loves to cover MK Ultra suicides with the soundtrack provided by the orange butterfly. Your body's paralyzed, your brain is hypnotized. You're left demoralized, traumatized and sterilized. Repetition, the easiest way to take control. Perpetual war keeps the fear in your soul. Repetition, the easiest way to take control. Leave you crying for the blood of those you'll never know.
They want blood, bread, and a circus. Drugs, sex, death, another sacrificial service. So here's your blood, here's your bread, and here's your circus. Just don't ever figure out that you're all controlled behind the curtains.
Long ago, there were rebellions, but they were suppressed. And with each century, the slaves acquired more rights under the law. They received rights to medicine, the right to government payments in their old age. And they slowly learned to be content.
And welcome back, everybody, to episode XL. That's episode 40 of Revival Radio. Seamass in the building. Lap Lizard in the area. I figured, like you said, Brandon, you wanted to talk about another story of your grandpa, so I'll tell this one. This is probably like when we first started hanging out. This is like not even a year into us chilling, and you called me up the morning of, and you're like, "Yo, what are you doing today?" Like,
This is like 10 years ago.
Yeah, this is like 2009, dude. So I'm like, nothing really, man. You're like, "Yo, you trying to drink and go four-wheeling?" And I'm like, that sounds like a great combination. Yes, definitely. Not at the same time. We're safe. So anyway, I'm like, where are we going? And he goes, we're going to go up near my old house with my grandpa.
No, it was down in Blackwood, New Jersey.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Right over the bridge.
So we go to Nifty 50s. We get ourselves something to eat. We're in the truck with this guy. We ride over. And we just start gunning it, man. We get there. We got the dirt bike. We got the four wheels. Me and Brain going all backwoods. All of a sudden, his grandpa goes off on his own. So me and Brain, we're up at the truck.
You know, get me.
We're partaking a little bit. And all of a sudden, we hear screaming. Like hardcore screaming. And we're like, oh shit, like what's going on? So we jump on the four-wheeler and we drive through the woods. And there we see this motherfucker.
No, yo, we didn't drive. We like ran.
Yeah. We see this motherfucker.
Had the four-wheeler. I had the dirt bike. We couldn't both get on the dirt bike.
This motherfucker.
I was in this little crevice
at the bottom.
He's on a hill like this with the four-wheeler.
The four-wheeler flipped. He's at the fucking bottom. Like, what the fuck am I doing here, guys? And we're just like, oh shit, had to help him out.
I had to like back the four-wheeler down this hill.
Oh my
God. They
God.
had this like deep ass crevice from the rainwater. backwards down this shit, bro. And then, is this the time that we got pulled over when we got
Yes,
back?
that is.
Yo, we got pulled over on the way back. Mm-hmm. I ended up having to eat like a quarter ounce of fucking weed. Remember that?
Yeah, you did.
Yes.
I ate that shit in like 30 seconds.
Good times, man.
And the
Such
cop
good
like
times.
ended up like he was giving us a fucking hard time because of the trailer that we had didn't have like lights on it.
But that's the
He
type
was
of
a
shit.
We ended up like nothing happened.
That's the type of shit that happens when
He
you
was
chill
a
with the
prick,
lap
though.
lizard.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Big
good
time.
times, man.
Definitely.
Like,
Thank you. We had a lot of fun back in the day.
Oh,
We
back
definitely did. Remember we went
I'm
fishing
still having
one
a lot
time?
of fun.
Yeah.
We went fishing. We went shooting up at the old house. Got a couple bottles of tequila. Good times, man.
It's all
So
about the fun, you know. Like
is,
live
man.
every day like it's your last.
I love it, man. I absolutely love it. I'm so happy you're on the show
Good
tonight.
philosophy. Good
Really
philosophy,
am.
Yeah.
I learned it from you. You know what I mean?
So tonight we're here right now, and it's the day that they had the Eagles parade in Philadelphia.
Right.
Millions of people coming from far and wide to come and support their birds as they march down Broad Street to the Art Museum steps, celebrating the first Super Bowl championship in Philadelphia history. It's the Cinderella story. We beat Tom Brady. Fuck Tom Brady. And you're going to sit here and tell me that it's fake?
Yeah, I am.
Well, get into it.
So,
So,
the NFL, I'm all out.
We're out of the nectar, man.
uh,
So the NFL.
The NFL is legally classified as entertainment rather than sport.
Now this is interesting too because like people know that some people at least that the XFL just relaunched. And when the XFL, which is Vince McMahon's football league, relaunched, instead of doing it under the WWE banner, he opened up a new entertainment corporation called Alpha Entertainment, which said for entertainment and sporting event purposes such as football. So it's the
Right.
exact same thing.
Yeah.
Entertainment.
That's the whole point that I'm getting to is that like the NFL is just like the WWE and wrestling and shit. Even the whole space program is like the fucking wrestling.
Life's a work, man. Everything's work.
So continue with the NFL. It defines itself as a single entity as opposed to the 32 franchises that they would have you believe that
That was
they
something
are.
I didn't know. I had to have him double check on that one. 'Cause I
Yeah,
wasn't
double
sure.
checked it. You know, it's kind of hard to find.
Yeah.
They kind of hide this shit.
They do.
They want you to believe that it's 32 different franchises, but it's really just one corporate entity. So this allows the NFL to legally control the outcome of the games without facing lawsuits.
Yeah.
It's like Hollywood, man. It's like a movie. They just let whoever win. They let people, whatever team win that's going to sell the most merchandise, that's going to, you know what I mean? The biggest Cinderella story.
Now, I wonder when this practice really started. Because if you look at old school football, it definitely was not like that.
Like what time old school?
Like the 60s and the 50s and
I think
shit.
this started in the 70s because like there's authors of books that have been writing about this shit since like the 70s.
Now, this is interesting to me because this would coincide around the same time as Jimmy the Greek. Jimmy the Greek is the ESPN, or not ESPN, but ABC and all those types of things, analyst who would come in and talk about the sports lines and sports betting, the rise of people playing football pools, and the rise of people gambling against Vegas came during that same time period. So I
Yeah,
wonder
man,
if that coincides.
It's all about the mafia, man. The mafia and Las Vegas, betting, you know, gambling. It's all tied together, you know. The only other sports league that operates in this way is the WWE, which we were saying earlier, and I'm assuming
entertainment.
that the XFL, which you're talking about now.
Yep.
It's all entertainment, man. Like,
Yeah,
that's what you
definitely.
guys got to understand. We're gonna put some clips in of William Cooper, and he's gonna make this a little bit more clear than I can. You know what I mean? We're talking bread and circuses. We're talking
Now, what is bread and circuses for those who don't understand?
bread
You
and
want me to
circuses.
explain it?
I think William Cooper is gonna explain it in the clip that we're gonna put in. But basically, it's the Roman emperor. You know. When the people start fucking making noise and wanting to change shit, what does he do? He distracts the people.
your gladiator games, your big circuses that you would have with big festivals and stuff like that. Those were the circuses and the free bread that they would hand out at such festivals. Your bread, your circuses keep the people contained and keep them happy.
Yeah, exactly, man. Like, so the only other thing I want to say really is that why do you think professional athletes are paid these outrageous sums of money? Mm-hmm. You were talking earlier about
Garoppolo,
a basketball player.
NFL player for the 49ers.
Oh, was it NFL?
Yeah. $27.5 million a year over 5 years.
Which adds up to like 135.
Yeah, largest contract in history. There you go, right there.
So why do you think these players are paid these outrageous sums of money?
To not talk about it.
Exactly. To not talk about the scripting of the sport.
And
man.
it's not
and
out
you
of
hear
the
like
realm.
announcers always say, "Oh, it was like it was scripted to be."
It's not out of the realm of possibility. I mean, if you say to most people, like if I said to you that the NFL is scripted, what's your first reaction?
You think that they rigged the games?
Most people wouldn't think that they do, wouldn't you say?
My mind was elsewhere.
Thinking about Trish over here.
Yeah, right.
But the majority of people, they look at it as America's new pastime. It's no longer baseball, now it's football. If you said that the NFL is scripted, people don't want to believe it. But look around the world and look at other leagues. You look at FIFA. And you look at the international soccer federations, especially in Italy.
The Olympics, which just started today.
Especially in Italy. They're
Did you
hardcore.
see that Russia got banned from the Olympics?
Yeah. But they still have athletes there. They're just not under the Russian flag.
They're under a neutral flag.
OAR. But anyway, listen.
Yeah.
The Italian leagues are hardcore scripted. The entire gambling operation is behind it. You look at the NBA. You have Tim Donaghy, the referee, who comes out and says that the NBA was scripted. You have Jordan rules. The rules that applied during Michael Jordan's time when he was really killing it, where if you even fucking breathe on him wrong, you're getting a foul called on you. Look at fucking what's it called? His retirement when he went to play baseball. He was in debt for so much fucking money for gambling and for playing cards and shit like that, playing golf, that his dad got killed. Instead of having this entire scandal that would break open the league, you have him go to baseball for a year and then serve out his suspension under the nose because that's your cash cow, man.
Like, I want you guys to look at the similarities between Michael Jordan and LeBron James too, because coincidences don't exist, man. Like,
no. They definitely don't. Look at Sidney Crosby and Wayne Gretzky. There's always the next one. Everybody talks about the greatest player of all time, and every single generation has the next one. The next Babe Ruth, the next Gretzky, the next Jordan. They happen every couple years because they want to keep you invested. If they don't have that golden boy to put out on ESPN, nobody watches it and they lose
It's
profits.
all movie, man. It's all drama.
And it makes people happy because they can sit there.
It's all distractions.
They can sit there and bitch about their players and their teams and who's going where, and they don't think about what's actually happening around them.
Real talk, man.
We're going to go into a break real quick. Everybody, please stay tuned. Thank you for watching. We'll be right back.
And all journalists know that there's some things you don't write about and you don't talk about because you'll lose your job. And that's where the control is. And that's why they pay anchormen like Dan Rather $2 million a year. Because he doesn't question them. He knows that if he goes against them, he's going to lose $2 million a year. Do you think a man that looks pretty and sits in front of a TV camera for the 6 o'clock news is worth $2 million a year? No way. I don't care how long he works and I don't care what he does. There is no job worth $2 million a year. That's why they pay athletes these fantastic salaries. I was listening to the radio the other day. They just contracted to pay one player on one team $6 million a year. Can you believe this?
And why is that?
It's the Roman Circus. What does the emperor do when the people become restive, and when the people are asking questions, and when the people don't like the policies of the emperor? He sends them to the circus. He creates a circus. He builds a giant coliseum. And he begins to throw the Christians to the lions. And he has great chariot races and football games and basketball games, all to keep the idiots preoccupied with things that don't mean anything in the scheme of the entire world, so that they don't have the time to learn what the truth is, so they don't ever get smart enough to learn how they're being manipulated, so they don't ever question the emperor. That's why they pay a player on a football team or a baseball team $1 million or $2 million or $3 million a year. It is the Roman Circus. I know men who don't know anything in the world except who plays third base for the Mets. And they think that's a great accomplishment. And they meet and pat each other on the back and bond and go have cocktails and talk about what this guy that plays third base for the Mets did in last night's game. It's sad. It's really sad.
The next question from Marcia Dunn at Associated Press.
Marcia Dunn, AP. What was going through your mind? How amazed were you to see your Roadster up there with Starman just cruising along with the Blue Planet? And how long will we be getting live views, do you think, from the car?
Well, I think it looks so ridiculous and impossible. And you can tell it's real because it looks so fake, honestly. Like, we'd have way better CGI if it was fake. And you know, the colors all look kind of weird in space. There's no atmospheric occlusion. You know, like everything looks too crisp. But we didn't really test any of those materials for, you know, is it space hardened or whatever, you know. So it just has the same seats that like a normal car has. It's just literally a normal car in space, which I kind of like the absurdity of that. And if you look closely, on the dashboard, there's a tiny Roadster with a tiny spaceman. So, because Hot Wheels made a Hot Wheels Roadster, and a friend of mine suggested, hey, why don't you put that Hot Wheels Roadster with a tiny spaceman on in the car too? I'm like, that'd be cool. Sure. So we did that. I mean, it's kind of silly and fun, but I think that's, silly fun things are important. And normally for a new rocket, they'd launch like a block of concrete or something like that. I mean, that's so boring. And I think that's just the imagery of it is something that's going to get people excited around the world. And it's still tripping me out. I mean, I'm tripping balls here.
Welcome back to Revival Radio, episode XL, boy.
Yay!
We're about to talk about some SpaceX, aka Fake X.
How you feel about SpaceX, man? You think that they went to space the other day with private spacecrafts?
I wouldn't do it.
Nah.
No.
So Elon Musk launched this Tesla Roadster on top of his Falcon 9 rocket, which is supposed to be twice as powerful as previous rockets.
Okay.
At 1/3 of the cost. That's why it's called Falcon Heavy. Usually they attach concrete blocks and shit to it.
Okay.
But instead Elon Musk thought it would be funny to attach one of his fucking cars to it. So Falcon 9 and Falcon in gematria equals 24, and then 9. Add 9 to 24. What do you get? 33. Kind of funny to me. There's a bunch of Easter eggs he put in the car.
Okay. Like what?
They had the Starman, which is I guess it's a mannequin wearing a spacesuit, which is about to be it's like a prototype spacesuit, which they're going to use for the next human.
Was that what I saw sitting in the car?
Yeah, he's sitting in the car. They also have a miniature Roadster with a little spaceman in the car on the dashboard, like a little Hot Wheels. Another Easter egg.
Car and car.
The whole dashboard, it like forms an owl. And on top of it, there's like this pyramid thing, which is kind of suspicious, knowing what we know.
Yeah.
You know, of course, it forms an owl, and
Of
there's
course.
a pyramid.
Moloch, baby.
It says "Don't panic" right in the panel there, which is like a play on the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
He also said that there's a towel on board. You know, I think he's just fucking around. He's just lying, dude.
Yeah.
You know. Another thing which is on board, which is very suspicious to me, is this thing called an arc, but it's spelled like arch. And this arc is a laser optical quartz storage device containing Isaac Asimov's sci-fi series, The Foundation Trilogy, which supposedly like this Falcon Heavy mission that was like based off of in some way. But like that's weird. It kind of reminds me of like the Crystal Skulls and shit.
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
a quartz fucking computer storage device. Elon Musk also said that they were putting it into orbit around Mars, but they messed that up. And today that they announced that it's now heading towards the asteroid belt. And it's also reported that the spacecraft spent 6 hours amidst the Van Allen radiation belt.
Can't get to the moon through Van Allen radiation, bro.
So, like, this is just a regular car, man.
Yeah.
It's not a spacecraft or
No.
anything. And it spent 6 hours Van Allen radiation belt, which is like 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit or some shit.
It's a damn good car, then.
And, you know, like, NASA and people like that, they try and say that, oh, like, in space, the atoms are so far apart that heat can't be transferred, but that's all bullshit, man. Because, today what they're saying is that, due to solar radiation,
Right.
that car is going to be destroyed within a year.
Destroying the evidence, man.
Also, something which is like the main thing while I'm talking about this is that Elon Musk is quoted as saying that you can tell it's real because it looks so fake. We'd have way better CGI if it was fake.
I've seen the pictures, man, and it was ridiculous looking, man.
It's laughable, man. Just like all the other like live NASA space launches and
I
shit.
really thought that it was like somebody photoshopping something like as a joke. Like
Yeah.
I didn't really follow much of what was going on with it. So I just saw the picture on Reddit and I see the fucking car and the fucking suit in it, and then I see the Earth in the background. I'm like, oh, I guess somebody's like it was on a flat Earth subreddit. So I thought it was somebody like making a meme to make fun of it, but then I thought that's the actual one, and I was like, oh shit. Oh wait, this isn't a flat Earth
It's like,
subreddit.
oh wait,
Reddit.
people actually believe that this is real.
Yeah, this was like actual world news.
I was
subreddit.
on the live feed and like half the people in the chat were saying that the Earth is flat and shit, and the other half were saying that this is real and they love it.
That's crazy, man.
So another thing that he said is that the colors look kind of weird in space because there's no atmospheric occlusion.
How the fuck does he know?
And everything is too crisp. You know, like that's how they're trying to explain away why it looks so fake, you know.
Who the fuck is Elon Musk? Like, how does he know how the colors are in space?
He's just another fucking tool, man.
Straight up.
For the New World Order.
So, bottom line, we're putting it out here that it was fake. That was
It was fake, man. Okay. That shit ain't up there. It's all green screen. I'll throw some pictures and shit in here so you can have like a little bit of reference of what we're talking about. But other than that, what else has been going on, man?
Man, the stock market crashed. That's what's been going on.
Yeah, man. Last week, Dow Jones, which equals 33 in gematria, I'd have you know, dropped 666 points.
And then just today, I believe it dropped 1,033 points. Is that right?
1,033.
So there's
Another
the numbers.
33.
I've been hearing that we are headed towards another collapse, just like 2008. So bring it on, I guess. I don't fucking know, man.
Yeah, man.
Don't forget the government shutdown too. Government shutdown.
So here we are.
Yeah, man. The whole government is derailing. The whole country is derailing, like that train derailment
with Congress last week.
Yeah, so that's just symbolic for what's happening with the whole country, the stock market.
They're gonna shut down tonight. They probably are, is what I was reading.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's gonna be another one. And I was reading another thing that came up right before we were filming. Is more preconditioning talking about a war with North Korea.
Yeah, man.
And I just keep getting more and more stories like that coming across my Apple feed. Like, they're preparing us, man.
Don't believe none of that North Korea shit, man. I think it's all a CIA fucking psyop,
It's
dude.
fucking crazy, whatever it is, man. So
like Kim Jong Un, he went to like a known MK Ultra like boarding school.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about?
I do. And
we'll get into that in another episode.
Another thing that I just want to touch on real quick, going back to the sports, was the fucking shit that happened after the Eagles won. How, like, you saw people eating horse shit in the streets.
Eating horse shit, people. In celebration of their team winning. Like,
it just shows how brainwashed people are, man.
Fucking sheep, bro.
Like, they'll do whatever.
I don't want to be associated with that at all. Like, last night when I was at that town tap, like, my family told him it was my birthday, the waiter. And he's like, oh, I bet you had a good week. And I was like, what?
Eagles?
He's like, oh, well, like, I'm looking all around for green. I'm like, it's like, I was like, bro, like, I don't care about the Eagles.
I feel you,
like,
man.
I don't give a fuck, man. I'm sick of hearing it. I'm sick of hearing the EAGLES, man.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you so much for sticking with us through episode 40.
Yeah, if you watched this whole thing, man, salute to you.
When we started, man, like, I couldn't even imagine getting to 40 episodes. Like,
real talk, man.
And now here we are, a little bit over a year later.
Year and a half, man, something like that.
And we're at episode 40. We have so much shit to keep talking about. We have so much shit that we can revisit. Like, we're just getting started, man.
It never ends, you know what I mean? Like, every day something happens. Like, we were going to talk about something else today.
Yeah, completely.
And, like, we just threw this shit together today because of all the current event shit that's been happening.
And we got this guy in here, so we had to. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Please click subscribe. Please click share. Leave
a comment below.
Watch the new video for Murder by Numbers. Pre-orders still available. 2/23 they drop. We still got some t-shirts left. 2/24 come out to Baltimore Championship Wrestling. Urban Warfare 2. Check out your boys doing a full set. And I think the only thing left to say is, can you do it? Can you say it?
Give it to us.
I'll give it a Boy Scout try.
Here we go.
How's it start?
There's a tree in the woods or something?
Oh, once there was a tree in the woods, and the green grass grew all around, and the green grass grew all around.
Yep.
Now on this tree there was a limb. Finest limb you ever did see. Well, the limb was on the tree, and the tree, of course, was in the woods. And the green grass grew all around,
man.
Yeah, green everywhere. Now, on the limb, there was a branch. Finest branch you ever did see. Well, the branch was on the limb was on the tree was in the woods, and the green grass grew all around.
Yes.
Well, on the branch there was a nest. Finest nest you ever did see.
Ever.
Well, the nest was on twigs on branch on limb was on trees in the woods, and the green grass just kept growing.
All around.
All around. But in the nest there was an egg. Finest egg you ever did see. Well, the egg was in the nest on twigs on branch on limbs on trees in the woods. Green grass grew all around.
All around.
Bars.
Everywhere grass. Well, in the egg there was a yolk. finest yoke you ever did see. Well, the yolk was in the egg, egg in the nest on twig, twigs on branch, branch on limb, limbs on tree, trees in the woods.
And the green grass
kept
grew all
rolling
around.
And the green grass grew all around. Excuse me, let me have one more hit here. All right. Well, in the yolk there was a bird. Finest bird you ever did see. Well, the bird was in the yolk, yolk was in the egg, egg in the nest, nest on twig, twigs on branch, branch on limb, limbs on tree, trees in the woods. And the green grass grew all around, and the green grass grew all around. Well, on the bird there was a wing. Finest wing you ever did see. Well, the wing was on the bird, bird was yolk, yolk in the egg, egg in the nest, nest on twig, twigs on branch, branch on limb, limbs on tree, trees in the woods. And the green grass kept growing all around,
and the green grass grew all around.
Well, on the where was I? The wing or the feather?
The wing.
Oh, well, on the wing there was a feather. Finest feather you ever did see. Well, feathers on the wing, wings on the bird, bird was the yolk, yolk was the egg, egg was the nest, nest on twig, twigs on branch, branch on limb, limbs on tree, trees in the wood.
And the green grass grew all around, and the green grass grew all around.
Ha! Yeah! Yes, sir, baby. Well... Well, on the feather there was a hair. It was the finest hair you ever did see. Hairs on the feather, feathers on the wing, wings on the bird, birds and yolk, yolk in the egg, eggs and nest, nests on twig, twigs on branch, branch on limb, limbs on tree, trees in the wood.
And the green grass grew all around, and the green grass grew all around.
Well, on the hair there was a flea.
A flea, you say?
Finest flea you ever did see. Well, backwards it all goes. Fleas on the hair, hairs on the wing, wings on the feather, feathers on the bird, bird, yolk, yolk is the egg, egg is the nest, nest on the twig, twigs on the branch, branch on the limb, limbs on the tree, trees in the woods.
And the green grass grew all around, and the green grass grew all around. Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Revival Radio.
Episode 40, you bitch.
Much love.
I'm gonna fight them all. A 7-nation army couldn't hold me back. They're gonna rip it off, taking their time right behind my back. And I'm talking to myself at night because I can't forget. Back and forth through my mind behind a cigarette. And the message coming from my eyes says leave it alone. Don't wanna hear about it. Every single one has a story to tell. Everyone knows about it. From the Queen of England to the hounds of hell. And if I catch it coming back my way, I'm gonna serve it to you. And that ain't what you want to hear, but that's what I'll do. And the feeling coming from my bones says find a home. I'm going to Wichita, far from this opera forevermore. I'm gonna work the straw, make the sweat drip out of every pore. And I'm bleeding and I'm bleeding and I'm bleeding right before the Lord. All the words are gonna bleed from me and I will sing no more. And the stains coming from my blood tell me go back home.